Okay, now, using the TR method, okay, and I'll explain that. If you're looking at this video, you'll see it written along the bottom of there, okay? Using the TR method, I actually made this line, and I'm fairly happy with it. Now I'm going to cut it out. As you can see, when you look at the floor pan versus the trunk liner, you can actually see where I see it overlapping. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it now so that it no longer overlaps the floor. And I'm going to trim a little bit over here. This is going to allow this piece, or the trunk divider, to go back flush against this place. This is going to make for a nice fit. Just watch. Okay? Okay. Now if you look after I cut it, it fits pretty good back here. I still got a little bit more. Maybe I could cut it just a hair. But let's look at the front. Okay. I'd like to say there's an improvement. It is fitting better. There are a couple of places I'm concerned about. What I'm thinking is that I might have to cut this flange. I might have to cut this flange along here, just like so, to get it to drop down a little bit more, especially in the corners. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim it there and there, and maybe a little bit off the front right there and right there. Let's see what we get. We're getting there. Alright, we're almost there. You can see I'm very close to being right in the groove in the back. We're also fairly spot on in the front. Okay, see how that's fitting. I can trim that a little bit more so that it goes in towards the side. And there. Of course, I cut a little bit too big on the back. I'll make a better cut. And I can fix that with the pasta real quick, okay? But that's not ready to go yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the back. And I'm going to trim this trunk liner right along this edge to here. This should put it back a little bit more. I'll trim a little bit there. Once I trim the thing, it should come in more. It'll drop right down into the hole, and I'll be able to fasten it to the back of the floor liner. We'll fasten it to the door hinge post, and then what we'll do is we'll come out here and we'll actually seal around here with the pasta. I'll do that from underneath because that's going to make me a nice, neat job, and that's how we're going to fix it. Alright, just so you know, here we're binding the trunk divider to the inside of the tooth, just along the back window. We've actually used the pasta, or the paste, to glue it into place. We'll be covering this with fiberglass. Now I want you to see how we held it into position, because this is a fairly neat trick. What we did is we took a 2x4, and I'm sure many of you have plenty of those left over from your crate, and we braced it from here to here. Now this allows it to hold this thing in the proper position while we're securing it. Also, I'm going to go into the trunk and show you what we've done. We've actually trimmed along here. You can see that a little bit of the pasta dripped into there. We're going to pop that off. That's not a big problem. This area will be sealed from underneath. That's what we're going to do next. Okay? And when we seal it from underneath, it'll have a nice, airtight, watertight fit between it. You can also see my rivets that we put in there to hold the pieces into place. Okay? Now, let me let them get to work on this so I can finish this up.